Hi friends, this is Prasad. You're watching Power BI with Prasad. Today I will discuss with another real-time scenario which was requested by one of our members. So today we'll discuss card visual alignments and styling without using any other objects except card visual. And this can be achieved by simple DAX calculation. So before going into the solution, how we can do all these things, let's go with a small intro that we are starting Power BI and SQL full course patches and then real-time project patches also very soon. So if you are interested, please contact the given number over here. And we are on Telegram channel also, which is like Power BI with Prasad. You can find the link in the description. And also please like and subscribe our YouTube channel, which is like Power BI with Prasad. So let's jump into our scenario. So we are talking regarding card visual alignments, how to align the value in the card visual. Generally, in the card visual, if you see this, we don't have alignments for this particular value. So we don't have left side or right side or center alignment. Okay, so as of now, today's update. Maybe in future we may get, but again, as for today, we don't have that particular update. For that, like how we can do all these things. So we'll go one by one and then I'll explain in detail how to make it in detail way. And we will also see how we can style our regular card visual into something new, right? So just we will go into the very first example. So this is a normal card visual, which we already know regarding this. So very simple. So let's see what's the DAX that was used over here. So simply that is sum of cells. So if we adopt that measure, okay, you will get this particular value, and there is no such alignments. So if we want to move this particular value to the left side of the card or the right side of the card, we don't have that particular options. To achieve that, how we can do? So do we have any other option to do that? So we can achieve that using some DAX simple tricks. Okay, I'm going to tell you very interesting tips. Okay, in this particular video, which makes you to feel like awesome. So please stay tuned until the end of the video, and you will definitely feel very happy to know this particular thing. And this is very rare trick which was used by very less people. So let me go for the next card visual. So again, let us suppose that I want to align this particular value to the left side. So what generally we'll think is like, so for this particular chord visual only, so what we'll do is we will add some space after this so that it will move to the left side, and then we'll have, this is what generally we'll think. So what if we do that kind of things? Let us suppose that I want to add some text with spaces. To add some spaces, like we want to concatenate with that spaces. So let's suppose that I want to add these many spaces. So what it happens? So again, it was not moved to anywhere, but still it was there in the center, and then it is showing the whole number, even though I did not change the type, like, okay, I did not make this one to like, okay, any other thing, automatically it is showing the entire number. Generally, it need to show in thousands right now. So why this is happening? Because the whole number, the value over here, after adding this text part, it was converted into text, right? If you can see that. So right now, again, it was text. When you click accept, after deleting that, it will move to like general, the number format. So that is the reason why, like, okay, that it is going from thousands to like normal whole number. So let's see another example. So how we can move that to the left side? Maybe like I want to have the whole number, but still I want to move to left side. So by the earlier example, we were unable to move it, but again, we were able to see that number in the text format. That's okay. So let's see in this case. So in this case, what we done is like we used unique char. Again, what is this uniquare? It takes a value and it returns a text. So there are like thousands of values are there for particular symbol and text. So whatever we do have. And regarding uniquare, I already made another video. So, you can go and watch regarding that. So I don't want to talk regarding the uniquare right now. So let us suppose that you already know uniquare, which will take a value and gives a textual output. So right now we do have a uniquare number 127, which gives a white space as a text output. So we will get a text output, which is a white space, which is nothing but a normal space. And that normal space we are repeating here. We are using repeat function upon that uniquare. Just if you see this, I'm using uniquare, which will give particular white space, just like space. And I'm repeating that so as many times as I want. So let us suppose that I want to have 9 spaces so that it will go to the very left side, this number. So I use 9 times. And I concatenated that one to this particular value, so which is like sum of sales. So total sales, for my total sales, I concatenated. Again, you can concatenate using concatenate function also, or else like you can simply use this ampersand symbol and symbol, and you can concatenate any other text value to this particular. So this is what I used. For my sales, total sales value, I concatenated this particular uniquare, which is like white space, 9 times. So if you want to see that, okay, I'll just make it like 4 times. Only white space, okay, I'll get after this one only 4 times. Then you can see that it will come to a little bit middle. You see, it came to a little bit middle. Means after this, we do have only 4 white spaces. Again, even though that you do this kind of calculation, but in the format, we need to do one simple thing. That is, we need to off the word. If I don't off this, if I on it, right, okay, and it will not give me proper values, right, in times whenever it is like extended more than like, okay, so number of repetitions, if we increase that, I think it will give you wrong thing. So make sure that you off the text wrap and then you go with this kind of calculation. So right now I want to make it around 9, which is approximately 9 spaces will be enough for me here to make this particular text to go to the very next left position. So then you can see that it went to very left position, and then you're able to see that it was aligned to left side. So this is how we make it to align it to the left side. But here the thing is like I need another kind of value. I don't want to show the value in this none format as general number. I want to show this in thousands. Then what I want to do, just like this one. So I want to have the number as it is there in the very first card, but that need to be aligned to very left side, or else it need to be aligned left aligned. So what we can do, first this number, whatever the value is there, that value, while we concatenate with any other like white spaces, that also going to convert as text value. So what we'll do is, before converting that into text value, I want to format that into particular format, and then afterwards I'll add whatever the spaces I need. So let me show you that how I made it. Very simple. First of all, whatever the total sales is there, that value, I want to format that into thousands. How to use that? Using format strings. This is very a new concept. Okay, so if you want me to do a particular video on all kinds of format strings, please let me know in the comments, so that I'll create a detailed video on format strings, which will be helpful for you for a lot of calculations, okay, in the Power. So it's a simple thing that, okay, so the value, formatting that value into text, and again in thousands. So this is the format string. for thousands. So if you people need, please comment me. I'll create another detailed video to how to like convert into thousands, or else like, okay, there are lots of format strings which we can use, and then to millions, billions, and the normal number, percentage, dates, and then for all those things, I'll create another video if needed, right? So for now, I don't want to go in detail into that. Just assume that this is the format string to convert this value into thousands. So the value will come in thousands, and the output will be in the text format right now. Right. Then I'll concatenate this part. Right. If I delete this, and simply if I approve this, you'll get the same number, right? Okay, so and then again, this is in the text format. Earlier, the value, right, okay, used to be in the general format, number format, but right now, if you see this, right, this is in the text format, but in thousands. Then afterwards, so I'll use this particular white space. I'll repeat for 13 times, right? So I calculated like, okay, so randomly I made it like 10, 11, 13. So I found that 13 is the right thing to get it. If you increase that, how it looks like, I'll show you that. You'll get some dots kind of things in the edge, showing that there are something else in there. So rather than that, what we'll do is like, we'll make it exactly how many spaces that it will take. Then it will not show anything, so that it will be aligned to the left side. So this part is important over here. First of all, convert that into whatever your desired format. Okay, again, in text format. So again, thousands or millions or whatever. And then afterwards, add how many spaces that you want to have. So this is one of the very good trick, okay, so that you can use, and you can show your number as it is in the very first card, as it is a general number, not like text value. Right. And then again, we do have a right align number. How we can do that? Same but simple trick, but again, we will use this spaces before this particular value. So I repeated this white space 13 times before this particular text value. And then again, this number total sales, I converted that into like thousands, and again concatenated with this particular spaces. 13 number space. And this is how. And this number, how many times that you want to repeat the white space, depends upon what is the size of your card visual. Sometimes like, okay, so when you decrease this card visual, according to that, you need to like with like trial and error method. Very simple thing. Right. So we'll go with the next visual. I don't want to like spend more time upon that. Okay, so this is simple, but again, if you observe, we don't have any spacer between the value and the label. If you see this, between the value and label in general, we don't have any option to select the space between these two. Between the value and label, we can't define the space, how much space that I want. That there is a little bit trick, but again, with the limitations, just notify with the limitation, we can't make it as much as we can, but some part of things that we can make it. Very simple. Earlier I used white space, but right now I use it unicate tan, which is nothing but next line. This unicare, so shifts to next line. So after this value, right, I add some lines, small number of lines, right? And here, so see, this situation is something different that you need to on this one. Text wrap need to be on, then you will have this kind of space. Right? If you're off this, again, you'll not get the space, but when you're on this, then you have this kind of space. So this is one of the trick. Okay, so how to get the space between the value and label. So we'll go for another one. So as per the latest update, we got subtitles also, which is an awesome offer. We all know like the titles concept, but this is very new concept. Okay, using this, we can do awesome things. Right. So let me explain you that. Okay, this is just simply a sum of sales or total sales. For this, I want to show. So this, when this sales was updated, or else like my latest refresh date, or whatever we want to show, but how we can make it in a beautiful way. Simply, I want to have a subtitle kind of measure. So I can simply with a date, so I can text date, and then I want to have some spaces between that, and then I want to have today's date. I want to have this one as subtitle, and this need to be taken in the subtitle. How you can do that? Very simple. So go to general in the title. So go for subtitle. And here I didn't use any title. Just I want to use only the title, the subtitle. You can use the title also, that we will see in a minute. But now I use, how we can do that? Simply, okay, so I'll delete that and then I'll show it again. So this is how it looks like. Then you need to use the field parameters. So you can click FX, and here you need to search for that, whatever we written, like that is subtitle. So this is the measure. Okay, I use that measure as a field value, and then I click OK. So this is how you'll get it. Again, here also, like how many spaces that you need between the date and the date text and then original date, that depends. Okay, from here. So I use 29 spaces times repeated this white space using repeat function, and I got this much space between these two. So this is how you can make it. Again, so what all the things that I can do over here, it depends upon you. You can show the values, or you can show something, or else you can show dynamic, like this is of this particular sector sales, and then again sales has been increased this much times. Okay, so whatever you want to show, which is text one. Again, field parameter, whatever you are taking, need to be in the format of text. Then only you are able to see when you click this. Okay, so whatever the subtitle that you're going, and then this okay need to be shown to you. It means that need to be a text value. That is not a text value. If it is in numerical value or something else, this okay will be disabled. So just make sure that is a condition to this. If you create any measure with a text out, that you can use in a field parameter, and then we do that over here. So again, what you want to write in this one is your creativity. So whatever you require, you can show some result, and then or else you can show some analyze output. So is it growing? Is it decreasing? How much percentage with the last year? So these kind of lot of information that you can show in this particular place, and then you can make this particular card visual into like awesome key. Well, let's see another visual, card visual. So this is like another simple thing that you can make it. Second, country and date heading is there, and then below that I do have United States and the date. Simply, so how we can make these things and this thing, right? Again, so the funny part is, an interesting part is, the country is not showing the United States date, and the date is not showing the date. Okay, so that is something that we need it. We had, so let me do this. Okay, so again, so we had, simply just in a second, we had a title that is country, and I had like used this particular white spaces for 21 times, and I added this date. And as per my requirement, I made it like given the color over here for that one. I'll show it over here. So how I use that, simply go for general and then title. Here you can see this is what I used. So title, this particular measure I used, right? And with some spaces between them. And after that, like I given some color, and I given some background color, and then left align to that one. This is how like it is showing the upper part. This is like title, and below that, whatever we needed. Again, if you want to make any constant country, that you can write directly in between the quotations as a text, or else if you wanted to take by the selection, if I select from the filter like so whatever the country, if I select, okay, so for that country, so it need to be shown. I want to select this country, whatever the country was selecting. So that country, if I want to have over here, so how you will show that? So for that, like we'll have another measure, simply selected value of that particular country that you can take. So whatever the value that you selected, maybe from the slicer or the filter pane, wherever, that will comes over here. So as we do have only one value, you are directly getting that value. But if you have multiple values, so that one you'll get it over here. And after that, like, okay, so we want to have some white spaces to make it differentiate, okay, from left side to right side, and make this entire thing left aligned, looks like left aligned and right aligned. But naturally, that is one simple text with spaces. So again, the space numbers, how many times that you want to repeat this particular white space depends upon what is the length of your, so width of your card visual. It's completely trial and error basis. Right. And after that, like whatever you want to have. This is so it's just small example to show you like what are the things that you can do, how you can uh, uh, align the things in card visual, and then how you can style the things. So using these techniques, it's right now your creativity to make it more presentable. Again, how good you can write measures and then combine a lot of things into and convert that into text, and then after that using field parameters and then converting that in. But there are a lot more things that we can do, but as this is limited, I'm just concluding over here for this session. And then if you have any questions or doubts, okay, just please comment me. And if you really like this video, just please give thumbs up and share it to like someone who needs this. If you still wanted to know regarding format strings also, please let me know in the comments so that I can do this. And please subscribe. A lot of people viewing this particular video without subscribing the channel. Please subscribe the channel and then do that so that it will gives us a lot of encouragement to create more videos upon. And please let us know in the comments that what video, upon what topic that need videos, so that I'll create some more interesting videos on some more topics. Right? So thank you so much for today, and then I'll come up with another real-time scenario very soon. Until then, have a great day. Bye.